Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Bops cast, and tonight we have the pleasure of seeing Jiren with his new stack and Raccoon with his Omega stack clash heads in this D2LA Season 1, and boy oh boy am I very excited for it. And tonight I actually have the lovely, the one, the only Ilstaya here to cast alongside me. Ilstaya, do you want to say hi?
Hello.
There he is. It's our boy Ilstaya. Super freaking pumped tonight, Ilstaya, and I know you are as well. I know you're a big old Jiren fanboy. Who isn't? Jiren's an absolute cutie, but Raccoon is a weapons grade lad, and he's put together a pretty spooky dooky team. So I'm pretty keen to see how they go against the Jiren stack. Jiren stack looking pretty spooky as well. Got some of those players we've seen in the other tournament, Zarnite and Hexy on there. How you feeling about it all tonight, Ilstaya?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the teams bust out, if there's any spicy picks or anything like that. I mean, Jiren and Raccoon know each other quite well, so that will definitely be a factor. But maybe they don't know what some of these other players like to play or how they play. So might see something interesting, or we'll just have meta slaves. But I hope it's the former.
Looks like they are electing to ban out Dre's hero pool. Another couple of bans and it will be done. And he'll have to pick something a little bit different, which is very exciting. They've got rid of his Phoenix and his Earth Spirit. Let's see if they elect to get rid of his Primal Beast and or his Invoker. They actually like to get rid of the Omni and the Shadow Demon as well. Very strong heroes at the moment. Shadow Fiend and Bristleback being banned by Why Is This Wet? Good choices, both absolutely bonkers heroes. Obviously Bristleback as the flex, Shadow Fiend as the I'll pick it first in position 1 and win. And there's an ET there to follow. One thing I need to do though, while I've got a brief moment before this next pick comes out, there it is, the Dre Invoker that we expected, and the Clockwork to follow. I want to give a big old shout out to some of the people who have actually followed while I wasn't here. I just saw that now. So to Nas Doda, Nas Doda, whatever it is, thank you for the follow. Trixie AU coming through with the follow. Also, Trixie AU was first in the chat today, so thank you, Trixie AU. And Monaro45, love me a Monaro. Don't see him on the road anymore these days, but goddamn do I love a Monaro. So that wins points for me as well. Thank you to all you cuties who came through with the follows. Appreciate you, absolute lovelies. I think I see Stacy in chat, and if I remember, Stacy is a Rusty fan, maybe? You'll have to tell me later on. You shall meow in chat. Sina Za Jube, oh, the one and only, here as usual, turning up for Bops and Ilstaya. And also we've got Sina, the D2LA mod himself in there, Taco, a bunch of really, really big old cuties. So thanks for showing up, guys. Thank you for supporting the scene. Always appreciate it. Thank you for turning up to my stream, listening to me yell into the void, and Ilstaya say nice things. So Ilstaya, I'm not sure if you're back from your pizza yet, but a whole bunch of picks have come out since. We've got the Clockwork Invoker, the Doom ban, the ET ban, and we're going to see another ban. Are you there, Ilstaya?
Yeah, I don't think any of these are crazy bans. I mean, you ban out ET when you're playing versus Gypsy. That's kind of, I guess you'd say, his signature hero. So it's a pretty safe ban because I think they will just slam it first pick otherwise. But I like the clock pickup. We talked about this last night. It just offers a lot, and you know, you can play it from any role. It's fine 4, it's fine 5. Invoker also, we've seen that be very popular, and as you said, Dre, it's one of his signature heroes, so no surprise there that it's going to be picked up early. And then an Axe, which we have seen Zarnite play mid, so will it be that again or something different?
I mean, him and Hexy both play the hero, but we are yet to see Hexy be allowed to play the hero. They just keep grabbing it for their mid player, which is Zarnite. And I don't even know if Zarnite's playing mid in this stack. That's the other thing as well. Where's Jiren playing? Where's Zarnite playing? I don't actually know the positions, so
Jiren's normally, I think, more of like a 4 player, but he's also played 1 when he was playing. I don't know if that was Phoenix League. I think maybe he played 1 a couple of times, so I don't know. And then I know Gypsy is pretty much just a support player. And Degree, I think, is also support, so I would guess that it is Jiren 1. Ogre Gyro, I think, is a pretty nice pickup like pair. You usually don't get a lot of attack speed on Gyro, and he's not one of the heroes that like is the craziest with it, because a lot of the reason why you have Gyro is because of Flat Cannon. But he'll be super happy to have, you know, free attack speed and free movement speed from an Ogre. And I just like Ogre. It's a fun dumb hero.
You have been spruiking the heck out of this ogre lately, and you know what? I love to see it, because I like I said, I'm an ogre spammer back in the day. Not so much anymore, but I used to play this hero heaps. That's where non-stop bops comes from, is me just walking at them going, bop! Every single time I hit him for 60 damage or whatever. So I do love ogre, just like to see him a little bit more relevant. Not a believer yet, even though the pro's picking it, not a believer, but we're yet to see. I am, however, a believer in whatever Jiren plus taxpayers are cooking right here. You've got an axe and a centaur to stand in the way of your sniper, plus you have centaur initiation, axe initiation, and clockwork initiation onto that gyro to lock him down. I am liking what they have cooking. It is a whole lot of HP, but if anyone can rip through all that HP, it is a gyrocopter, so...
I'm assuming this is a support sniper, even though it did get nerfed quite a bit. But because obviously this is more than likely going to be a mid-axe for Tsar Knight, now that they've picked up the Centaur, I would assume that they're saving the POS 1 pick for them last for Jiren. So the sniper doesn't matter as much having tanky people in front. I mean, it still helps. Obviously, you don't want to be getting jumped on, even if you are a support.
5 seconds.
You don't think it's a core into gyro? I thought it does well into gyro.
I think it can. I just don't think it is.
Okay,
a
fair
core
enough.
this game. Because I don't see why they would pick it this phase when they can just still pick it last.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. Well,
Underlord, pretty solid pickup as well. The Firestorm is going to be quite nice into Axe and Centaur. Obviously, you know, max HP based.
also cancelling blinks. The pit is absolutely annoying for Clockwork and Axe, and even Centaur when you're trying to disengage and re-engage with the ult. So I am a big fan of the Battle Slug Ilstaya. It is one of my favorites. Also, in chat, I see a new chatter, a first-time chatter, Ilstaya. The name is Sir Ramen Noodles.
Ah, yes.
Let's go.
SRN.
Thank you, SRN, for coming by, dropping a hi in the chat, and to you, Xiao Miao, for helping out Stacy there with those questions. Absolutely awesome. Okay, so ban on the Medusa, the Morphling, the Luna, ban on the Mars, the Drow, and now the Ursa. So they need a pause. So they need other support, right? For Why Is This Wet?
Yeah. Unless this is going to be a support gyro. Okay, and it looks like it is.
Okay. Or is it- or is-
I mean, it still could be a support weaver. I don't like support weaver that much though anymore, personally.
No, neither do I. I think it's past its time. I think it's done.
And they don't have the greatest lockdown for a weaver. Like hookshot,
5 seconds.
you know, weaver's moving max move speed. Centaur stun is pretty long wind up, even though it did get, you know, that nice buff a while ago. And axe call, so it's a pretty free weaver game.
Select your hero.
And Alina, I do like it. It just has fallen out of favor a bit.
Hang on. Is Hexy a support in this stack?
Unless it's going to be Zarnite offlane Hexy mid and Degree as a support centaur, I don't know. And that's kind of like the thing with these teams when you don't really know necessarily who's playing what. I mean, you have some people that are very signature, you know, carries or mids or off lanes. But yeah, sometimes it could be up in there. Like honestly, they could kind of put anyone in any lane here for Radiant for the most part. So
It's flex as, yeah, you're 100% right. Like I can't pick, and again I don't know what position these players are playing. This is the first time we're seeing them play, and because of the way the drafting worked for this tournament, they literally could be any position on any of those heroes. So very exciting. Looks like we will have Dre mid for the other team. Raccoon will be a 3 for sure, and I don't know if Trax or Rusty are the 1 or 5. So I mean, I don't know. I do like the Jiren plus taxpayers draft though. Whether or not the sniper or the Lina is a core, having all of that flesh in front of them looks really, really good to me. So I'm a bit excited to see how this game shakes up.
I'm gonna have a look. Trax is a 1 or 3, and Rusty is a 4. So I think it's gonna be the support Jara and the core Weaver.
Okay.
Unless they've mixed things up.
Well, let's get this D2LA Season 1 round robin game on the road. This is a best of 2 for all you QTs out there that are just turning up. And for Team Radiant, that is Jiren plus taxpayers. We have Xanad on the Axe, Hexy on the Sniper, Gypsy on the Clockwork, Degree on the Centaur, and Jiren on the Lina. For Team Dire, which is, what was it, Why Is This Wet? Is that what it's called? Is that the name of the team? Okay, they have Raccoon on Underlord, Bricklayer Dre on Invoker, Trax on the Dryro, Rusty on the Weaver, and Dark Sayona on the Yoga. Magi, let's get this game a-cookin'.
It looks like Rusty is the support Weaver this game, even though on the the D2LA players spreadsheet he is a wait, sorry. Rusty. Okay, no, Rusty wasn't for okay, never mind. Disregard. So yeah, it's core Jaro support Weaver.
Now, we've talked about this support Weaver, and neither of us are believers anymore, right? There was a time, but it sort of disappeared from the meta for a reason, right?
Yeah, as soon as he lost the free spell on level 1, or like, the double spells, level 1, I mean, it can still work, of course, and it can be, if it can have a good early game and be a little bit greedy, it essentially becomes like a pseudo core. So it's not terrible, but if you have a good lineup against the Weaver, it just has 0 impact. I don't think they have some crazy good lineup, but because it is a support Weaver, you don't need to care as much, and the Lina can definitely burst a support Weaver in like half a second.
Oh, I am very excited to see Azar Knight mid-axe once again. Now, you were saying you want to see him do something else. Fair enough, I agree with you. Let's see what else he's got up his sleeve. But I am willing to watch a mid-axe literally any day of the week. So I'm pretty stoked to see it once again in my Dota games. I wish he was on my team carrying me in my real pubs, Ilstaya.
Yeah, he brings a lot of action and non-stop aggression with it. I just think that if teams ban it out, what else will he play? We've seen him play, I think, Earthshaker once, and he did do well on it as well. But is that his mid pull? Because then that can be exploited and stuff. But he's having a good start to the lane now. So we'll see if he can do what he's been able to do every other time we've seen him play it, or if he's going to get punished. And they do have decent supports to rotate and sort of like harass Axe away from doing what Zarnight's done in the past. So will they ignore it, or will they try and...
Well, I think the hardest game... We haven't seen him lose with this Axe mid yet, but the hardest game we've seen for Zarnight's Axe was into an Invoker. It was into Matthew, specifically. The best Invoker player I know, actually. He picked up the Invoker and just made it look really, really good and bullied the butts out of Zarnight as he was trying to do exactly what he's doing right now. So, let's see if Dre can have a similar performance. I know he does play that Invoker hero a bit. We'll see if he can look as good as Matthew on the hero. Let's hope so. I know he does play that hero a bunch. This Lina, not having the freest lane. I thought she would go a whole lot better down here. I'm just bullying Raccoon away, but she's only 6 last hits to his 7.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the first couple of levels, you're not super strong, but once you get more levels in your nuke and more levels in Fiery Soul, you can obviously just like harass people super easy, but Underlord is pretty resilient. He does have a relatively weak Weaver like support, but I don't think the Clockwork... If Raccoon doesn't make a mistake, I don't think he should die. because as soon as he sees the clock walking at him, he can just sort of like back off, and then they're not killing him. And as for top, so it is a support sniper. So Hexy playing 4 here, and Degree playing 3.
Look to their middle tower.
And yeah, oh, mid actually.
Yeah, a bit of aggression. Zarnai just walking at Dre, even though Dre has an enormous amount of HP. A bit of a, I think it was a bit of a bluff, but the bluff pays off and he's able to walk on out. I reckon if Dre presses his buttons there, he probably brings that axe down. Probably still can, but still testing the limits. Top lane. Still on a sniper.
Yeah, this is actually kind of a bit of a scary lane for a sniper support. If he gets anywhere slightly out of position, he's going to get ignited. He's going to get a rocket barrage on top of his head and he'll just die. He can't do anything to stop it. Oh, and a solid kill mid. Bricklayer Dre kills Zarnite's axe.
There you go.
I think Zarnite, he was quite low HP, so I think it was just a case of...
Speaking of low HP, aggression now onto Degree, trying to get out of there. They drop the slow thanks to the scatter shot, which gets Degree away for a little bit longer, but he has walked back in and Trax now putting the pain onto him. He's trying to get in range to put the pain onto the Ogre, but actually ends up feeding himself now. Hexy playing forward, stunned by the Ogre. Wonder if he likes to turn, putting the clicks down. He will have a scatter shot in 15, but here comes the Gyro. Gyro throwing up the high five because he knows he's already dead, and down goes Hexy. Double kill for that gyrocopter.
Yeah, not good for Radiant and fantastic for Dire. Degree kind of like, he juked them around the trees and then he went back in, probably thinking, I think they overestimated their damage on Radiant and thought that we can kill that gyro really quickly. And then Hexy chases after them, but his scatter shot was still on, shrapnel was still on cooldown. And that's the nerf to the level 1 damage there. It used to do, so like...
Oh, Raccoon killing Jiren bottom, and it looks like Trax has actually walked into Zarnite. Zarnite hitting him with the call and getting himself a little bit of extra ammo, but the Invoker has come to play, and now Zarnite is not going to be able to get away from these two heroes. Trax actually rotating home to heal. Heals up enough to find that axe and put an end to his farming. A beautiful sequence of events there for Team Y as this went.
Yeah, a nice rotation from the gyro. You know, he already has to kind of go base anyway, so why not, you know, rotate and assist your Invoker, and then obviously he gets the kill as well, so it's even more of a value rotation for him. And what I was going to say was, I think if this was pre-nerf Sniper, they would have actually killed both of the heroes
for sure.
there.
Yeah.
Bottom though,
some aggression. Looks like they managed to catch the bug. The bug cannot get away. Gypsy slowly getting ticked out, and down he goes. Was that the blood grenade that got him? No, it was the tick from the firestorm that finishes him off.
I mean, support for support, I think that benefits... actually, it's pretty much even. It's a very, very tiny golden XP difference there for Dire, so pretty even. Now, although Zainite has died twice, he is top CS. Although Dre is hot on his heels. And
jeez, I look away for 1 second. What happens out here? It looks like Jiren getting caught out of position. In goes the Weaver and bursts him. Man, I looked away for like literally 1 second. The Weaver ports in and puts the pain onto that leader.
Yeah, he must have just been a little bit forward. And I mean, he doesn't have boots yet. So if he doesn't have max stacks, he's very slow. And yeah, I guess he just gets rooted and dies. Top. It looks like they're gonna try and go for the Wisdom Rune. I like this play from Dire here.
Ooh, aggression onto Raccoon, and they actually catch him. Now, Hexy going to be caught right next to a gyrocopter. The sun comes out, and down he goes. Now, I wonder if they'll bring more to try and push them off of this Wisdom Rune. Yep, Zarnite coming. Zarnite hungry. Zarnite going to bump into that Ogre. Oh, Ogre taking the Watcher. Zarnite taunting him, taking the Wisdom from right underneath his feet, and Degrees here as well. Did a pain being put onto him, but Zarnite doesn't have enough mana for the dunk. Does have a wand, but not enough mana in it, so it'll be a slow click walk down for that Ogre.
Yeah, he wishes he had mana for ulti there, but even if he used his stick, he wasn't gonna have enough. Nice rotation from Zarnite. I hate when cores know that their enemy team is rotating for your Wisdom Rune and they just don't come to help. So very nice for Zana there. That means it's an even trade with the wisdoms, and they also had killed Raccoon as well. So that was a nice series of events for Radiant.
Gypsy caught by Rusty and Dark Siona. The stun comes out, but Gypsy is inside his cogs for now. Put a few clicks onto that bug to try and get the big bug off of him, but the big bug has dove underneath the tower and finishes off Clockwork. Man, I don't know what they're going to do about that again and again and again. Ooh, out comes the Gyro ult onto Jiren, and they've brought every single hero they can to shut this Lina down. Lina punished for turning up to kill the bug. They'll take a tower
they
too.
were already diving the Lina anyway, and so he manages to get the Weaver kill, but obviously dies for it. His team's rotating in now, though.
Rainbow TPs. Do they have Centaur ult? They do. Probably comes out any second here. Zarnai going in onto Trax. A tornado to keep him up in the air. EMP might just take away his ability to get the call off, and now he does have better for the dunk. Boom! Down goes the gyrocopter. Rusty playing on the sidelines, trying to run down that Axe as he gets low. Gypsy already dead. Axe in a whole bunch of trouble. He's just poured it in. He's trying to deny himself to the creep and gets it. Okay, but there's still a whole bunch of heroes here left for Rusty to put the aggression onto. Degree getting low. Hexy waddling underneath his tower, but they may just give up the chase and earn it a right click. Rusty is happy with the pain he's put onto Centaur. But they're still diving. Out comes the EMP onto Jiren. Jiren has just brought it back in and is already dead. Hexy trying to put the pain onto Raccoon, weapons grade himself, but burning out to the Firestorm.
Yeah, a great, team fight for Dire, and I'm loving the tracks on the Gyro as being so active early and coming to all these engagements. I don't know if Degree intentionally suicided. He got a Ogre smashed by the Ogre Bruiser and it killed him. I can't imagine that was a mistake, so he was just, he was, insanely low.
Better to just deny yourself than get caught and feed more gold, especially to a team that is hyper-accelerating. Raccoon, the weapons-grade lad at this stage, top of the net worth. They found Gypsy. Oh, my right-click will finish Gypsy off. Raccoon, absolutely giga-stacked. Was about 200 gold ahead of his mid before his mid just got a kill onto that clock. So, now is 200 gold against ahead of his mid again. So, Raccoon putting on a show on this Underlord. I guess it's not really a hero that struggles to farm in lane, though. Good old Underlord.
Yeah, no, unless you commit quite a bit to shut it down, it's always going to get a decent amount out of a lane.
And you know what? I feel like the Lina probably could have shut him down quite a lot more, but Rusty, putting that Weaver to work. This is the first game I've cast of Rusty, and doing all right so far, Ilstaya.
Yeah, I think it's just that the clock isn't the greatest when it comes to fighting an Underlord in a lane, so he doesn't offer a whole lot against the Underlord. Other heroes he can probably be more impactful. Top though.
Jumping onto Trax, but Trax is next to a whole bunch of towers that his team can port to. Not to mention, Raccoon can just walk on in. A 3-man stun coming out from Degree. They try to deal with Trax, but Trax actually has enough in his tiny little wand to keep himself alive. He's porting on out of there, and that's a double kill for Team Why Is This Wet? Yeah.
They're having a great early game right now. This Gyro is going to become very, very scary, very, very fast.
There is little hope for Dire's middle tower.
And it looks like Hexy's going to get caught by a smoke gang.
Hexy dead on my screen. Now comes the tornado, followed by the EMP. Uzana getting a beautiful call straight onto Ray, but doesn't have the damage, especially with none of those creeps actually really connecting onto him. So he backs on out. They take the kill on Hexy. They'll be very happy about that, I think.
Yeah, it's a smoke gang to kill a boss for that already isn't having the greatest game, so it's not a crazy, get for them. They probably would have preferred to get one of the cores, but a kill is a kill. And Invoker's gone for a drum, which I don't know if this is he's cooking some build or something. But drum plus Bloodlust, all the coins aren't either hit.
Yeah, I don't think they have the damage, or maybe they do. Out comes the Ignite to slow him down. Rusty putting the pain, and Rusty actually uses his ult to get on out of there. Zarnite has a cheeky fruit that he pops, and now they've caught Dark Siona under the tower. Dove a little too deep there on Why Is It Wet, and managed to secure a kill for Jiren. A very needed kill for Jiren. Man is not having the best game.
That was crazy. 700 gold for a +5.
Was it? Holy
Yeah,
was.
it's nuts. I was gonna say it doesn't really matter, but no, it actually is quite an impactful kill.
By the way, Lolgar turning up in chat, Ilstaya, to show some support, and hitting us with a Ilstaya, stop talking with a mouthful of pizza.
Never.
Can't even respond because he's got a mouthful of pizza. Never.
Nice TP out from Gypsy there. Guess that just in time.
Dire are scanning for
Looks like Dire just gonna take top and made their jump. Not triangle.
Yeah, there's a smoke up, so they are actually looking for the gyro, and they did scan him, doing some stacks there. So, but he gets the read and he's out. Did they catch the smoke on this ward? I don't know, I missed it. Maybe. Ooh, they've caught Gypsy top lane. Down he goes.
I think they may have, because it wouldn't make sense for him to leave the jump, like the triangle, when they're still at ancient HP.
top tower has fallen.
So wasted time for Radiant, and Dire take a tier 1 for free. I mean, it's a tier 1, it's not. But there was no contest. And they're gonna
tier 1 at 14 minutes though, and when they've already got a 6 lead at 14 minutes, so hard to contest them for this Wisdom Rune, Ilstaya. We've talked about the impact of losing your second Wisdom Rune.
Yeah, I think Degree should have run immediately to take their, like, the enemy's wisdom. You know that they're all there taking yours, so go steal it. But
okay, Dot into Tornado, keeps Zarnite exactly where they want him, and he's got no mana now, which means he cannot initiate. Out comes the Cogs to keep Brickblade Dre in place a Degree, actually going on him in the backline. He's getting very, very low. They're trying to put some more pain onto this annoying bloody Invoker, but he turns invisible and will be getting on out of there. Gyro coming through the portal and putting the pain down himself. That is a dead Centaur. It's going to be a dead Gyrocopter, and the axe, ooh, will he tick out to the Rusty going deep? Down he goes. Rusty committing, but the vessel was enough anyway. Lovely little sequence of events there for Team Wisest. What? Another 1300 gold, 2100 XP. Ooh.
yeah, they're having a really good time in this game. And the Invoker is so nice into the axe. Like, you know, he didn't really stop the axe in the lane, but he got plenty of farm.
Oh, Crimson, not quite enough to save the Ogre, and now playing forward onto Hexy. Hexy down, but a stun keeps that freaking bug there, and they smooch it. They've brought the Mortine. That is a dead Weaver. Zarnite aggressing forward onto Raccoon. Raccoon trying to bottle him out of there, but he is the Battle Slug. They don't call him the Battle Flash. Ooh, he may actually slink away. The Dot's still on top of him. Gypsy securing the kill with the flare. Okay.
I wouldn't say overconfidence, because they are very strong right now on Dire, but maybe diving and staying a little bit further than further deeper than they needed to be. They weren't getting a tier 2 there, so you don't need to hang around. Actually, a golden XP for Radiant.
Yeah, oh, holy. 3k XP, 2300 gold. They're actually playing forward onto Dre. Dre already dead. Beautiful kill. That's the kill they need to set up this fight. Rusty trying to deal with Gypsy on the backline. They've got the tower. Rusty playing right on the edge. This is an aggressive player. This is reminding me of a player I know called PPX. Still wants the kill onto Gypsy, but they get the stun and they might actually be able to finish him off. Here comes the Gyro, dropping the Gyro ult. Big old call comes out from the axe, but a stun means that he can't get the dunk off. Now he's just caught next to a Gyro. Meanwhile, Jiren being run down by Raccoon. Zarnite trying to get in range of that bug, but no, not this time. They managed to snipe down the axe. Can't get the dunk off. Maybe he didn't have the mana there, but I mean, they just killed Axe and Lena. They did kill Dre though, so I'm keen to see how that shakes out in the XP gold lead, Ilstaya.
Yeah, I have the bug where I don't have a... Oh no,
there it is. Okay, so much
Pretty
more
similar.
gold. Much more gold to them, but more XP to Wisest Way. Okay.
Yeah, so what I was going to say before that, the Invoker also has an armlet, which sure. I don't even know what to comment on that, because I have no idea if he's like cooking or if he's trolling. But yeah, the Invoker's so nice in the mid game against the Axe, because Axe blank calls. If the Invoker's not caught, he just tornadoes, and then, you know, one EMP is going to be pretty much all of Axe's mana pool. And the smoked mid.
Looks like they're playing forward. A nice little ward just in time from Jiren there catches them, but I don't know that Jiren's going to be able to get away, especially when a tornado is going to be thrown out from the Invoker. There it is, throws him up into the air. Meatball coming on down, and that's a spicy meatball. Lina getting very low, waddling straight into Raccoon, and down she goes. Now, Root is going to keep Gypsy in position, but Gypsy is pretty thick and can waddle away. But you say, hey, you got a kill onto a pos 1. Lovely little tornado coming out from Dre. Zarnite actually blinking straight onto Dre. They're trying to deal with him as quickly as they can. The stun from the Centaur. A missed dunk, but they do deal with him. Both of them caught inside the pit now. Hexy on the sideline trying to put some pain out onto that bug, but it does not matter. The bug is just playing forward onto the Centaur. The Centaur is dead. Hexy, can he get out of here? If I know Rusty gonna go for it. Rusty hungry. Rusty want the Hexy, but Rusty need to be careful. Down he goes. Cheeky little kill in return for Hexy, but the kill also for Raccoon. All right.
Yeah,
Firestorm.
Raccoon is huge, and so is Trax in the gyro.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They've got a momentous lead right now. I think they should consider doing Roche quite soon, and then taking down these 2-2s, and then pushing high ground. I don't think that they should be in any hurry, but I think when you've got a lead like this, just maintain it. Because I do think if Radiant get enough space, particularly enough farm for Jiren, he can definitely become a massive threat to Dire.
It's insane to me how much impact this Weaver is having with just a vessel.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think it's easy to look good when your team is ahead.
Are they actually going to leave him? There's no way that Rusty gets away with this.
He just wasted so much of their time.
He absolutely did. I wonder if he likes to play forward with a regen rune. Who is this Rusty player? I gotta know. Raccoon in the mid lane, finding Gypsy. Gypsy in a whole bunch of trouble, I think, because the right clicks are coming out from Dre, and with the vessel coming out from Rusty, and EMP, that's gonna be a dead Gypsy. Okay. Now there is this ward here, scouting exactly where Zarnite and Hexy are. Portal coming out from Raccoon behind the tier 2. Hexy trying to get into those trees, saying, please, no, don't run at me, I'm just a humble little support. But they found Zarnite. Zarnite getting aggressed onto once again by this Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter finding him again and again in these fights and just ripping him to pieces. Now Gyro's going to take the tier 2 as well. Man, that pit also just so good this game.
Yeah, it's fantastic against the Centaur ulti.
Okay, 32-13, 12k lead for Team Why Is This Wet? What is Jiren plus taxpayers way back into this game, Hillstayer?
I think if they can steal or like sneak a Roche, although it looks like Dire is actually heading for it right now. I think they just need to split as much as possible right now, get as much farm as they can off the map. Maybe a sneaky pick or two with the axe plus the supports, but like going aggressive onto Jiren.
Jiren tries with a cheeky stun, but he's slightly off. Rusty popping his ult, but they still got vision of him because of the sniper. Now Jiren playing on out of there, but that vessel slowly cooking him, and he is in a whole bunch of trouble. Out comes the Sunstriker. That'll be enough, I reckon, to deal with Jiren. Jiren going down from Rusty. Rusty playing out of his fucking mind. Let's go, Rusty. Now Raccoon caught between 3 heroes, but I don't think he matters because this man has 2,000 HP and wants to play. Gypsy caught inside that pit once again, and down he goes. Hexy getting out of there, but Rusty playing forward. It looks like Zarnite finally going to try and end the bug. Degree coming in, double edge, down goes Rusty finally, but that's just the bloody support. There's still 2 big old scary cores here, running up to Zarnite. Zarnite getting hit with the slow. Darkseid throwing out that ignite to make sure that he cannot go anywhere. He's trying to juke and dive into the trees, but Bricklayer Dre is gonna find him. Raccoon tries to put the pain down, but looks like the kill will go the way of Darkseid. I do like that play from Zarnite to try and use the ancient creep there to get more spins out. Hexy caught under the tower as well. Down he goes. That's a 4-man wipe. 5 if you count Jiren.
Not only that, but they won that fight without the gyro even there. He was off soloing Roche. And then they steal the Tormentor. Oh, Gypsy goes in.
Gypsy? Not ideal.
I won't lie, that was a bit of a questionable play by Gypsy there. And yeah, so they take the enemy's tormentor, they get the shard for Ogre. It's a decent Ogre shard game, nothing crazy, but I just looked at the net worth. The +5 Ogre is the same net worth as the Lina.
Yeah, and the axe and the centaur. Oh yeah, game is looking pretty hard, Ilstar. Yeah, pretty damn hard right now for Jiren plus taxpayers, and I think they just couldn't get the ball rolling in this early game, so they've suffered a little bit because of exactly that, but they do have pretty good high ground. They're just going to find a way to answer this very, very scary gyro. I think they're probably going to have to give up the racks here, but if they don't contest this racks, I reckon this gyro is going to know that he can just walk around and do whatever the hell he wants. So Zarnite on the sidelines, looking for a way in.
One Raxes will become two. They need a fight, but I don't know how they can. They have to get a perfect initiation.
Centaur on the sideline. Oh yeah. Look at this, Gyro's side gunner putting enormous amounts of damage onto that Moonwell. Okay, down goes the racks. Do they stay or do they back up? Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for the second one as well.
I think they can play pretty free this game. They're so far ahead.
Man, look at that annoying bloody flat cannon. And that's the flat cannon with the bloodlust, just like you said. Okay, Gypsy initiating in onto that Gyro. Gyro now stuck behind the tier 2, but remember, this man has an Aegis. He's putting the pain down onto Gypsy, turning, accidentally almost killing Jiren, and now definitely attempting to kill Jiren. Raccoon porting forward, thinking about diving into the fountain. He's got these little creeps, but no. Backs on out, at least for now. Jumping back through his portal, back onto the backlines. But hang on, back here, Zarnite probably went in onto those heroes, and GG is called. First game going the way of why is this wet? Now, that's not how I thought that game was going to go with the drafts that they had.